I heard a saying once about CrossFit is that it's not for everyone, but it is for anyone. And I think that's the truest statement. Hey, I'm Jason Bowers. I'm 48 years old. I've been living here in Ambler, Pennsylvania for about 12 years. I work for Comcast. I'm with Comcast Business and I run sales operations. I've been doing CrossFit for 7 months now. I actually grew up in Las Vegas, Nevada. You know, as a kid, you go out and you'd be out in the desert hunting for lizards and stuff like that, catching snakes. But you know, I started working at a young age as a lifeguard in the hotels, so kind of grew up working in the hotel industry, and you go from a lifeguard to, you know, bellman to valet parker, and kind of back and forth between bellman and valet parker quite a bit. Growing up in the desert, you really loved the snow because it was so rare. So we would, you know, Utah was pretty close, 2-hour drive, you could be up in the mountains, and so got into skiing and snowboarding, so tried to get up there as much as possible. Also in Las Vegas you have Lake Mead, so I had some buddies that had a boat, so got into water skiing, wakeboarding. That was, you know, as much time as I could be on the water, I tried to be. We moved out here 12 years ago, had one more son, so I've got 3 boys now, and you know, having 3, it's fun, but it's crazy, and so obviously, you know, trying to do that work-life balance, things start to give, and so not, you know, haven't water skied. I've been on a lake since I've been out here. So before CrossFit, so my wife is a fitness instructor, so she's very fit, and I started, you know, all my boys are swimmers, and I realized I was the most unfit person in the family. I think the dog was even fitter than I. So I said, you know, something's got to give. I've tried, you know, different things, you know, P90X, and you know, I'd go for a few weeks, but then get bored. And so I was really looking for something different, something to really be part of my life, not just to, you know, I didn't want to think of it just exercising. I wanted it to be, you know, a fabric of kind of who I am. I didn't know anything about CrossFit, and was out to dinner with some great friends. My buddy Vince, who I was with, was like, hey, I found this great coach. He's part of this gym. He was raving about how much he loved it. I said, man, I've been looking for something. He's like, I'm going tomorrow morning. Do you want to go? I'm like, okay, after 2 bottles of wine, but sure, why not? So next morning, showed up. It was Vince and his son, and met you, and I was like, wow, okay, this is something different. And so I signed up, tried it, and realized, wow, this is something, it's not only different, it's special. And it just fit into what I was looking for, and really, you know, became part of my life now.
What do you think was different? Or, you know, what was different for you that made you want to stick with it versus something else? Yeah,
I think there's a couple of things. One is the variety. You know, I get bored easy. I like things to change, and so I love that aspect of it. But I think that the heart of it is the heart of the gym. It's the people, and just how everyone's so supportive. You know, the coaches obviously are, but just the members. You know, everyone's got each other's back and cheer for regardless if you're, you know, the teenager on the high school football team or the grandmother. No matter what you're doing, everyone's you know, rooting for you, and I think that sense of community and support was something I wasn't expecting. But when I found it, I was like, wow, this is a game changer. On the mental side, I've noticed a difference just at work. Right, I'm just like, I guess just more on it. Just, you know, got my ducks in a row and just seem to be operating at a higher level. From a physical perspective, dramatic. You know, there's some things that, you know, just around the house, like, you know, throwing around 40-pound bags of rock salt for the, you know, water softener, and I buy them in bulk, so, you know, moving 400 pounds, and I used to struggle with that, and now it's, it's not a struggle at all. And another kind of thing I laugh at is my wife found the largest, laundry basket that I think you can get. It's almost like a big oil drum, but when we always pack it up and have to take it up and down the stairs, and that was a scary thing for me in the past. But now it's like, all right, game on. So I've noticed a big difference there. I've lost, at least 10 pounds of fat, and I've actually gained muscle. I was at a neighborhood gathering, talking to some neighbors, and exercising and CrossFit came up. And my one neighbor was like, "Oh, CrossFit, isn't that dangerous?" and stuff. I'm like, "No, let me explain what it is." And I got into, the community of folks that attend here, how we all support each other, and that it's, it's really focusing on the form and getting the movements down, and then eventually, you start adding weight as you feel comfortable and you want to challenge yourself. But I heard a saying once about CrossFit is that it's not for everyone, but it is for anyone, and I think that's the truest statement.